So there's a technological edge here that you all live with every day and is part of your mission. It's also a modernization process that is key to and fundamental to any enterprise, but especially our national security. And over the last couple of years, as we've gone through a very difficult, and we are continuing to work our way through this difficult fiscal situation, sequestration, what happened in 2013 when we had to stop training, stop flying, stop sailing, when we had a government shutdown for more than 2 weeks. We had to also furlough civilians. That was a tough time, and that hurt us in many ways as we build back. But the one thing that we cannot fall behind in is our modernization efforts. And as you know, we have paid a lot of attention to that, especially the last year. As I announced a few months ago, our nuclear enterprise reforms and modernization, which I know Admiral Haney and all your commanders are very connected to, very involved in. We're committing more resources in our budget that we'll be presenting to Capitol Hill here in the next few weeks. So I want to assure you of that component of your job. If we had been in this building a year ago, very few people would have been able to forecast what has happened the last 3 months in 3 areas, for example, Ebola and how that's affected our military and what we've done to assist in West Africa. Certainly Russia's aggressive behavior and what they have done and what they continue to do, and ISIL. And there are other areas as well. But point being, without the constant focus on modernization and the resources to modernize and the direction and the innovation and the leadership and trying to project out into a future that is going to be full of more complicated, more sophisticated challenges than we've ever known. We can't figure all of that out, but we know that's coming. You cannot put 7 billion people on the face of the earth, projected to be 9 billion people on the face of the earth in the next 25 years, and think that that's going to produce a less complicated world. One of the things that I have emphasized in this regard the last 2 years I've been Secretary of Defense is building the capacity of partners, whether it's in the Asia Pacific, and we're doing that extremely well, whether it's our NATO countries, wherever it is in the world. Help them help themselves. Help them build their own capability, their own capacity. Help them build institutions. Institution building gets very little attention from the press, from anybody. Institutions are critical, because it is only the institutions that can function in any kind of coherent way, whether it's defense, whether it's transportation, whether it's taxes, whether it's governing. It's the institution building that has to be done. It's slow, it's boring, it's imperfect. Every dimension of problem always is endemic in institution building, corruption and so on. But without institutions, you have nothing. Our adversaries have to know and have to believe and essentially have to trust that we have that deterrent capability, that in fact we have everything we say we have, and that we'll use it if we need to use it to defend this country and our allies. And that means that the reality, because we are so open, I mean, there is no country on earth as open and transparent as we are. Every mistake we make, we put it out to the press. We list our weapons programs. We list the cost of those weapons programs. We debate everything openly in the Congress of the United States. Press has access to a tremendous amount of information. Obviously not classified. We're not going to do that. But no country is as open as we are. So we have to make sure that, in fact, we back all that up with the resources and with the capabilities and all the things necessary for that deterrence. Diversification of capabilities now makes the world in many ways more dangerous because it's more unpredictable because there is less ability to control events now in the world. Technology has changed everything. I don't need to tell you. The internet technology has turned this world upside down in every way, in every way. Cyber, this will be the last point I'll make, cyber. It's an area where I've put a tremendous focus in the last 2 years. I mean, what happened with CENTCOM's Twitter account? Well, that was a violation. I mean, it wasn't a big deal, but it shows you, it reminds you once again of how dangerous these different groups are and how capable they are and the kind of capacities that these different groups, and they're not the best. So these are things that are realities out there that we have to deal with. We're getting better. We're much better. We're the best in the business, but there's still vulnerabilities that we have, sure, and will have, because this diffusion of economic power and technological power has empowered countries and non-state actors, in ISIL's case, for example, Al-Qaeda, and individuals, has empowered them like nothing has ever empowered any of these groups or individuals before. Technology has empowered them, and we have to be smarter than they are, and we have more to defend.